Obviously, you're live.
You're live.
Yeah. Oh, I'm live. Hi there. It's Angela here, and welcome to the YBMB show. Friday is our business day. Those of you who follow, and there are a number of you now, so thank you for that. All know that I do this 3 times a week. Monday we talk about mindset, and Friday I talk about business. And I'm talking to you today from Frome, which is a lovely little town near Salisbury on the way to Bath. I'm here with Annabelle, my daughter, and co-founder of YBMB. And we've had a really nice trip. It's lovely to get out of London in the first place, but come down to visit Watson gym manufacturers, so Watson gym equipment. I first came across this fabulous gym equipment when I was training originally at UP gym in Mayfair. And it's funny, the more you get used to sort of training in the gym and the more gyms you go to, the more you really appreciate nice quality gym equipment. And there's particularly having been, locked down and working out from home for so long, it's amazing when you just, get the feel of some proper gym equipment in your hand. It just feels so good. And so we've had the exciting task today of choosing some bespoke gym equipment for YBMB because we want to set up our own area that we do most of our training remotely, but still it's nice to have the equipment for when we do these remote sessions, although we do them live, but also when we film them, and also for our clients as well, because they're always asking me what gym equipment to get. They start off using water bottles and tins of beans, but before you know it, they want to buy gym equipment. So anyway, the Watson gym is renowned as being fantastic, and I was very taken with the company when I saw the founders. His name's Simon. He did a YouTube video about how he started the business, and that's really what I want to talk to you about today, because it was so inspiring to listen to him, and there were a few things that came out of it which really resonated with me, and I wanted to share with you, because I see so many people wanting to start businesses, and they're in a massive rush, and they wonder why it doesn't work, or why they're encountering the problems they are. They think there's something wrong with them or with their idea, and they let it go too soon. And so I wanted to share some of the things that Simon said in his video, and then point you towards that video as well. Those of you who want to start a business, or even if you're working for a company, you're trying something new and it's not quite working as you wanted it to. So the first thing to say about this this company, the base down here, they've got an amazing space. I'll post some photos later. Is that they are so focused on quality. And Simon's story was that he was a manufacturer of metal sort of equipment, not gym equipment, but also he went to the gym a lot, and so he knew what he liked and what worked, and he's so focused on quality. So when you actually go into this environment, you can tell that it's just immaculate the way it's all set up. Everybody seems to know what they're doing. Everything is gleaming, and it doesn't come in one size fits all. Every color that you want is there, every shape and size, every height, width. So you can really get these things truly bespoke. And as human beings, that's what we want. We want choice. So very focused on quality. But the first point I wanted to say before that was that he has given it so much time to develop. One of the things that I really noticed when I was talking to him just now as well was that, he started this business years ago simply because, he loved manufacturing things. And then he thought, well, I'm going to try and make a leg press, I think is what he said, because he was interested. And, when he tells his story, he describes the start of it. And then he says, and 5 years later, I decided that I was going to make something for another client. And it struck me that he wasn't in a massive rush. He just basically gave it time. And the business has been going well over a decade. I can't remember exactly how long. I'll have a look at the video. But he's given it plenty of time to develop, and businesses do take a long time. Some of these well-known brands have been going for years and years and years, 50 years, 100 years before they really pick up speed. And so many of us want things to work in that first year, which is really ridiculous. Tony Robbins says that most people overestimate what they can get done in a year and underestimate what they can get done in a decade. So that's probably one of the key lessons. And what I saw today was that it's a result of a lot of time. The second thing, and I've touched on it already, is it's a result of someone looking at what they've got skills in already and combining that with something that they really love. And that again is such a good, I've said it before, you know, if you're starting a business and you're not quite sure where to start it, you know, yes, it's important to look at where demand is going, what the economy wants, but you know, to stick at something for a long time, you've got to really like doing it. You've got to have a true interest in it, because then when you're reading around the subject, you're doing that naturally in your spare time, and life becomes work and work becomes life. And then you don't have to worry about demarcation of time. You know, you're focusing on something, not because you have to, because you really want to. So that was the second point I wanted to make. Now, the third point, as I said, is, you know, focusing on quality and letting your product and your service evolve. I mean, even with me, I've really noticed this as well. You know, when I've set businesses up, you think it's going to be one thing, and then it starts to become another. So you can never really know all the answers to something right at the very, very beginning. You've got to let these things develop, you know. And how do you do that? Well, you sort of make mistakes, and you have some wins and some successes as well as you go along. And you start to evolve what really works. More importantly, even than sort of your own success and failures, you listen to what the client says. And it was quite interesting what his main sales guy said to us, a lovely guy called Luke, who sort of showed us all around and gave us all the options. You know, what he said is that we're probably ordering our equipment now at one of the best times, because, you know, they really listened to what clients wanted especially over lockdown. And they've made quite a lot of changes to the equipment, and you know, it's even more fit for purpose now, especially if you're wanting to use it from home. So listening to the client really helps you to evolve your product and service and make it just right for the customer. And so here he is now, and here they are now with this business that we've just walked around the factory, as I said, and they are servicing overseas clients, so many high profile names, as well as sort of little, you know, boutique gym companies as well, and also making lots of stuff for people for their home gyms. The guy who started Gymshark actually used them to have his home gym. So you know, I suppose that in the end, all of the things that I've said really help you win the game. There's many manufacturers of gym equipment, but you know, finding this sort of personal touch, a company that has listened to the client, has evolved and truly is interested, makes it sort of quite exciting as a buyer to sort of interact with them and, you know, build your own specifications. So that's what we're doing at YBMB now. We've decided this sort of a kit that we want, what it's going to look like, all the shapes and sizes of it, and can't wait to go back there really when ours is being made, and share that with you, and also they're now clients as well. So there you go. That's all I wanted to say today. We're sitting here in the lovely little village of Frome. We're just going to have some lunch, and then we're going to jump on a train back to London. So there's our lunch, and thanks for listening, and have a lovely bank holiday weekend, and I'll talk to you on Monday.